Welcome back to the Deep Dive, the place where we cut through the noise of complex research and deliver the insights that matter most to you.
Today, we are undertaking a critical deep dive into something that's, well, it's often just pushed to the back office.
Right. But it really functions as the core nervous system of any successful modern company. We're talking about supply chain management.
We are. I mean, modern customer demands this need for speed, for customization, for, flawless accuracy. They have completely reshaped how we define operational excellence.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're a business operating in this global market, you get it. If your delivery fails, your entire brand can fail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So our mission today is to shortcut that knowledge process. We want to move SCM out of that pure logistics box
And into its rightful place.
as a core strategic driver. We are not just talking about moving boxes anymore. We're talking about creating a durable competitive advantage.
We've been unpacking some fascinating research that's focusing really intensely on SCM's current role, its scope, and the actionable roadmap you need for success in, let's face it, a globalized and very frequently disrupted world.
So if you want to move beyond just basic operations and really understand the strategic leverage points, this is where we start. Okay, let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
So let's start by defining SCM, but maybe not in the old textbook way. Let's talk about its expanded mandate now.
Okay.
I mean, the concise definition is that SCM oversees and manages the end-to-end flow. Raw materials, goods, services, information.
All the way to the end customer. But that one statement, it just covers so much more than people realize.
It does. For you, the listener, it's so critical to understand that this oversight covers this wide, complex range of activities.
And mismanaging any single one of them can, well, it can cripple your profitability.
So the journey begins with planning and forecasting. This is the highly analytical step. You're trying to accurately determine customer demand.
And then plan your production capacity and schedules around that.
And if you get this step wrong, you either pay the penalty of lost sales or, maybe worse, the cost of massive overstocking.
From that planning, you then move into the crucial step of acquiring your resources, and that's sourcing and procurement.
Right, and these two terms, people use them interchangeably all the time, but they represent fundamentally different strategic functions.
They really do.
So what is that distinction? What's the difference?
Sourcing is the strategic part. It's about selecting the right long-term suppliers based on quality, on reliability, and on their ability to become, true partners.
So it's about a relationship.
It's all about fostering those strong collaborative relationships, effective communication, shared goals. Procurement, on the other hand, is the transactional act. It's the actual buying of the goods and services from the sources you've selected.
So sourcing is the strategy.
And procurement is the execution.
Got it. Then we hit the material management side. Now we're talking about inventory management.
Which is a constant tightrope walk, isn't it?
It is. You're managing stock levels to meet demand without tying up enormous amounts of capital in costly overstocking.
And that leads directly to warehousing and storage. And this isn't just, throwing things into a shed.
Not anymore.
Modern warehousing is this high-tech operation. We're talking intense security, vertical storage to maximize space, strict climate control.
Especially for sensitive goods, right?
Oh, absolutely. You have to prevent degradation or spoilage before they even enter the manufacturing or delivery process.
Okay, so then you get to the actual movement. Logistics and transportation. Moving raw materials, work in progress, finished goods.
And after that, you get to the steps that directly impact the customer.
Order fulfillment, processing orders accurately, on time. And finally, the part that's so often overlooked but is essential, return management.
The reverse logistics. Handling defective goods, making sure the customer experience isn't totally lost.
Exactly. Understanding that whole exhaustive cycle is the prerequisite. But now we have to ask the big question. Why is SCM suddenly a strategic imperative? Why isn't it just an operational headache anymore?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the answer is that SCM is where efficiency meets your competitive edge.
We've really transitioned, haven't we, from just focusing on minimizing costs to now focusing on maximizing resilience and the customer experience.
Right. A strong SCM operation, it enhances efficiency, it reduces all those hidden costs, and it fundamentally improves customer satisfaction.
And most importantly, it lets companies react faster than their rivals.
And you can see that intense focus just by looking at the market investment. The source material notes the sheer scale of investment in this area.
What are we talking about?
The SCM market size is projected to reach almost $31 billion by 2026. This is not casual spending. Companies are dedicating massive capital because they see SCM as a profit center.
A crucial competitive weapon.
Precisely.
So let's break down those weapons, the specific, measurable benefits that you, the listener, really need to understand. First up is cost reduction.
And this goes way beyond just getting a better deal on shipping.
Right. Effective SCM minimizes production costs and, maybe more critically, it reduces those inventory holding costs, the cost of insuring and housing and managing stock that's just sitting there.
And the research gives us some really practical examples. Managers are achieving dramatic savings by using predictive maintenance on their trucks and machinery.
So using IoT sensors to fix things before they break.
Exactly. Which saves vastly more money in the long run than just finding a slightly cheaper route on a static map. That kind of planning also minimizes production bottlenecks.
And that planning, it directly enables improved efficiency. By streamlining operations and reducing those delays, SCM ensures materials are ready for production.
And that products get delivered to market precisely on schedule. It just removes friction from the whole system.
Which is so important for customer satisfaction. I mean, we live in a world of 2-day shipping expectations.
SCM ensures products are available exactly when and where customers need them. Timely delivery plus excellent quality goods.
Which SCM ensures through that strategic sourcing we talked about.
Right. That's what builds durable loyalty. If you can deliver on time, every single time, that's a competitive moat.
And crucially, SCM has become the primary defense mechanism in risk management.
Whoa, the last few years definitely showed us that.
Relying on single suppliers or, tight geographic clusters is just a recipe for disaster. Effective SCM helps identify and mitigate risks like supplier failures or transportation shutdowns.
And the key strategy mentioned here for mitigation is explicitly creating robust contingency plans and having multiple qualified suppliers.
In different regions.
Yeah. You cannot afford a single point of failure anymore.
And finally, because so much of this work is now digitized, effective SCM is a powerhouse for data-driven decisions.
The system generates an incredible amount of information. Transit times, inventory turnover rates.
All of which allows managers to stop guessing about future demand or inventory needs and start knowing. They can optimize costs based on hard data.
So if the strategic imperative is clear, competitive edge, risk mitigation, profitability, the next logical step is to move past the why and really examine the how, the actionable strategies the research recommends.
Here's where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
Because the source provides a clear, actionable toolkit, 5 key strategies for optimizing SCM, and they all emphasize the role of specialized technology.
Let's look at the first strategy, demand forecasting and planning. This isn't just, checking a spreadsheet.
Not at all.
It requires moving beyond simple linear projections. You have to use advanced analytics and massive historical data sets to truly determine future demand.
And the technology they mention confirms that. The sources emphasize these heavy-duty tools like IBM SPSS, SAS Forecast Server, even advanced statistical environments like R and Python.
Why do managers need that kind of firepower?
Because they're modeling billions of data points, seasonal trends, promotions, competitor activity, economic indicators, anything to prevent the massive cost of overstocking or the revenue loss from understocking.
Strategy 2 is that strategic depth of supplier relationship management we touched on earlier.
Right.
And while pricing always matters, the emphasis is on fostering these deep partnerships. This means sharing your demand forecasts with suppliers, co-developing products, having shared performance goals.
You succeed or fail together.
Exactly.
Strategy 3 is one that's often debated, especially in light of recent events. Lean manufacturing.
The core concept being just-in-time, or JIT. Minimizing inventory by only receiving goods exactly as they are required.
Right, and beyond JIT, Lean focuses on implementing ongoing process improvements to systematically root out wasted movement, wasted time, wasted resources from the entire supply chain.
I think we have to pause on lean manufacturing, though. The concept is maximizing efficiency, sure. But the last few years of global disruption, the pandemic, geopolitical shifts, it showed us that operating with zero buffer stock can make the entire chain incredibly fragile.
Yeah, it's a huge point.
Does the source material address that fragility risk that comes with minimizing inventory down to zero?
It does, and that's where the nuance comes in. The research suggests that Lean today is not strictly zero inventory, but more like optimized inventory.
Ah, I see.
It has to be balanced with that risk management strategy we discussed. So yes, use JIT for low-risk, easily accessible components, but maintain smart buffer stock, safety stock for your critical or long lead time items.
So the goal is efficiency, but not at the expense of resilience.
Exactly. That's the crucial evolution.
Okay, that makes sense. Moving to strategy 4, we find pure operational science, logistics optimization. This is where algorithms and highly specialized software determine the most efficient routes using the least amount of resources.
And the sources name the tools driving this, like Route For Me, OptimaRoute, and RouteXL. These are not your phone's static GPS.
No.
They provide dynamic rerouting. If a snowstorm hits or traffic suddenly jams up, the software immediately calculates the next fastest route for your fleet.
Saving time, fuel.
And meeting those crucial delivery windows. It's predictive intelligence applied to the road.
And finally, strategy 5, technology integration. To get that true SCM strategic advantage, you have to integrate your core business processes, manufacturing, sales, finance.
For a complete real-time overview of your global operations.
Right. And this relies heavily on the Internet of Things, or IoT.
This is the network of sensors used for real-time monitoring and management. We're not just tracking where a container is anymore.
No, we're monitoring the temperature inside it, the vibration levels, the health of the machinery that's moving it.
Which enables that predictive maintenance, stopping failures before they even happen.
And we also see the growing adoption of blockchain technology. This is so critical for building trust, especially in complex international sourcing.
How does that work?
Blockchain creates this immutable shared record of every single transaction. It enhances transparency, it can prove origin, and it ensures the integrity of the data across what is often a very fragmented supply chain.
That is a highly integrated, sophisticated set of strategies.
Yeah.
I mean, from advanced statistical forecasting down to real-time transaction security.
This is clearly not a simple operations checklist anymore.
No.
Exactly. The source material outlines the critical aspects that really tie these strategies together into successful execution. SCM requires this rigorous alignment with your overall corporate business strategy.
Fully integrated logistics.
Robust inventory management, and perhaps most importantly, a constant focus on resilience.
And for organizations looking to implement all this and elevate their workforce, the sources offer a really practical suggestion. Invest heavily in education and training.
Whether that's through specialized workshops, online courses, or formal degrees like a BCom and SCM.
Right. Providing employees with advanced supply chain abilities is the direct path to achieving streamlined processes and that competitive advantage.
You have to institutionalize the knowledge.
So what does this all mean?
It means SCM has transitioned. It's gone from a supporting role to a starring role.
It's crucial for navigating global complexity, for meeting those relentlessly changing customer expectations, and for minimizing every single type of cost. It is the key leverage point for any company striving to maintain operational efficiency
and beat their rivals in the market.
Exactly.
And this is where the deeper conversation begins for you, the listener. While the strategies we covered focus so heavily on maximizing efficiency and cutting costs, using JIT to reduce inventory, optimized routes to save fuel, the source material consistently stresses the necessity of risk management.
Contingency plans, multi-sourcing.
Right. So this raises an important question for you to explore. When SCM is perfectly aligned with your overall business strategy, is the ultimate goal maximizing efficiency at all costs? Or is the ultimate priority ensuring resilience and uninterrupted flow in the face of, well, inevitable global disruption?
Because those two priorities.
They sometimes require mutually exclusive investments, and the choice you make really dictates your entire future supply chain design.